preemptive informational here, because we read the other day in Laura Curran's budget of $3 billion that even though the head count is even lower than it is in 2018 and 19, there'll be no change in services. Now, I gotta tell you folks, that's the biggest lie I've heard in years, coming from the county executive. Okay? The services in this county, listen, thank God for that beautiful young lady, Kayla. That is a story that I'll always remember for the rest of my life, and thank God it all worked. It did. 911 was called, and the police were there, and police medics were there, and everything worked out. Had that happened Friday night, we might have had a different outcome. We were 50% down on ambulances on Friday night, 50%. So instead of having 20 ambulances out there, I believe we had 10. And I gotta tell you, I used to blame the police commissioner. You remember them days when I'd get up here and me and Crumpto, we were pushing each other out of the way. I can't do that anymore. This police commissioner has been extremely cooperative and trying, and actually wants to improve things. This is coming from Helena Williams again, our Chief Deputy County Executive. Why is everybody afraid to mention this lady's name? What's going on? She's running this county, not Laura Curran. It's Helena Williams. Let me just run through some really quick things, because I know you got a lot to talk about today. And when the budget hearings start, believe me, I'm going to be here. And we're going to be talking about these and addressing them, but I appreciate the time you're giving us now. But just as a quick, mosquito control. Okay, so in Suffolk County, they got 73 identified areas of West Nile. We have 3 or 4 in Nassau. We have 1 mosquito control technician in DPW. If you ever read the Nassau County website, and I'm going to leave these for you, actually, I forgot to give them out, but he's supposed to be monitoring thousands of street basins, sumps, ponds, hundreds of miles of freshwater streams. Breeding sites are inspected for the presence of larvae. Ditches are maintained on the county's south shore, which allows fish to reach and consume mosquito eggs, larvae. DPW will continue aerial applications. We haven't done that in years, number one. And if one guy could do all of that work, he's worth a lot of money. I'd like to have him on my team, I'll tell you that much. We used to have 15 mosquito control people. We have 1 now, all right? So when the public is told everything's fine, they're being lied to, and so are you. 911. There's a story in Newsday from Oceanside, a horrible story where a young man, I believe, was stabbed to death. And just give me a couple more seconds here. A young man was stabbed to death. Let me tell you, it's in Newsday here that, in fact, the teenagers did try to intervene. They did everything they could to help. In fact, they called 911, and guess what? They were put on hold, and the call dropped. Is that what we're all about here? Is that the kind of county we want to live in? The most dangerous county in America, where if you call 911, you get put on hold, and you can't get police assistance? Not because of our operators or because of the cops, because Helena Williams will not release the funding to hire them. Hey, I said her name again. I'm going to keep saying it until somebody listens to me for once. It's not the unions. We're not your enemies. We're your neighbors. We're your employees. We're trying to do the best job we can with the worst workforce numbers ever, ever, ever. Real quick. Probation officers. We're so low we do not track sex offenders anymore after 4:30 on Monday to Friday. We do not track them at all on weekends. We do not track them on holidays. Judge tells them to wear a GPS bracelet so they can't get near schools where children play. They can do it 4:31 on a Friday until, if it's a holiday on Monday, till Tuesday morning. They can do it. Police medics, I told you about. Snow removal. I know no one cares about snow. It's 85 degrees today. Watch what happens. We have 110 snow routes. We have 72 drivers. We're short. We're going to have a horrible, statistics say we are ready for, we're going to have a rough winter this year. We're going to want to talk about this during our budget hearings. Don't let the county executive try to sandbag this legislative board again into voting yes on a budget that's irresponsible. Lastly, and then I'm going to leave because I got so much more to talk about, but you got other people. This is going to be the 3rd year in a row. 3rd year in a row with no, and the Republican caucus last year complained about this. They did not put raises in the budget. That's almost criminal. This is the third year, they're doing it again. She said something in the paper about some $7 million, I don't even know what that means, that $7 million numbers, but over 3 years, that comes to $300 per employee, including the cops, detectives, CSEA, correctional officers, and everybody. So what we have is the most dysfunctional county government right now ever in this country, and maybe one of the most unsafest places to live. And it's nobody's fault but upstairs. On that, thank you all and have a great day.